What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another drawing tutorial. Today we have a Marvel character. We have Doctor Strange. So, straightforward kind of portrait of him. I'm on landscape orientation paper. Use a pencil, an eraser, and hit pause if I go too fast. All that good stuff, right? So I have his medallion in, and then like some shoulders and his head, right, just up here. I was looking at like all these cool photos with his hands and all those symbols and stuff, but I thought that might be a little bit difficult for people to start us off. I'll do another one maybe at some time in the future, you know, with him doing like all this kind of stuff, all these cool symbols, but like two hands doing symbols like that, interlocking and all that can be a bit tricky. So I thought I'd start with just straightforward portrait. I talk too much, I know that, I apologize. Let's start. Let's go. Center point of my page is about here. We will go up and over to the right, and we start with his eyes. So we're not like anime eyes or anything, they're not massive, okay? So we're just gonna go standard eye size, right? So we go just diagonal up. Different Sharpie, different Sharpie. So you know you draw too much when you have like Sharpies that you like to use over other ones. This Sharpie is good for bigger lines. This Sharpie is good for smaller lines. That's just me. Anyway, diagonal up, and then we'll bring it across. And we'll go down, right? Just here. And usually we can thicken up this top eyelid line, right? So along the bottom then, we go across. And like sometimes you can leave a gap sort of in more sort of traditional Western comic style, you know. You don't have to draw the whole line in. You know, a little bit of a gap like this can be helpful, and sometimes like some lines underneath his eyes here. Like so. So then iris, half circle. Or a circle with just its top sort of cut off. Like that. And then the pupil, same sort of thing. Circle, top cut off, just here. Right, so standard kind of eye. Not sort of anime kind of eye. More sort of comic booky. Other eye, so your eye width. So the width of his eye will fit in between the two eyes, right? In between his two tear ducts, right? So the other eye will start about here. Okay, so you want to be able to fit his eye in between. Eye width, we're in proportion, standard proportion, and then we go up, across, again, and down the back, right? And you can just thicken up the top eyelid, it always helps. Right, and then line coming across here. Doesn't have to be the exact same on both sides. That's important to remember. Usually humans have one eye smaller than the other. You know, sort of different shapes. We're not like perfectly symmetrical. And then we're generally symmetrical, but not perfectly. And then the iris, half circle, or like just a circle with the top cut off. Like so. And then pupil, same sort of thing. Some lines, stress lines around his eyes. Not that he's stressed out or anything, but it's just the type of character we're going for. Right, like so. So then eyebrows, right? So he has quite large eyebrows. So we're going to go quite close to his eye here. So we'll go up this way, right? And then it kind of bumps around like here, and then at the end, you know, we'll add like a crinkle sort of thing coming down here, and then back up. And then we'll go back down here. Go down to a point. And sometimes some lines just on the edge of his eyebrow there. Maybe some lines there, and like an eyelid line, like so. And we do pretty much the same thing on this side, right? So we'll go up. Doesn't have to be the exact same, but we will attempt something similar. Then we bring it down. Like so, with an eyelid line just coming across here. And we might give him some frown lines just here. Okay. Right, so then for his nose, so coming down here, we just have like a line for the bridge of his nose. Then we'll leave a gap. So there's lots of ways of doing noses, right? So I'm just going to do a line here on the left for the bridge of his nose. And then I'm going to add nostrils here. Right, quite dark. Nostril here. Now, from here, you can add more or you can leave it like that. That's like fine for nose. Like if you're just going for black line and all this kind of stuff. So in like Western comics, we usually draw a little bit more. So anime usually would leave just nostrils like this, but we're going for the sort of, you know, Marvel what if kind of style. So we have his nose there, and then we have a nostril on this side, going up like so, and then a nostril on this side, coming up here, right? So just like a little bit more detail than we're used to. Like that, and then there's all like shading and stuff on his nose, but we'll leave it like that, right? So then his mouth, so center line will go across, down, back up, across to there. And then his bottom lip comes down, across to there. Like at the corners of his mouth may have like some extra sort of dimpled sort of areas, like so. And then top lip sort of line, right? So just underneath the nose, we can just add something like that. Not the whole thing. You could draw the whole top lip if you wanted, but we'll just leave it like that. And then chin, so pretty square sort of chin here. Like so. Right, so eyes to nose, about the same as nose, well, eyebrow to nose, should I say. Yeah, we'll go eyebrow to nose, about the same as nose to chin, right, the bottom of his nose to his eyebrows, about the same as here to here. And then bottom of his nose to his bottom lip, about the same as bottom lip to chin. That's your kind of proportion that we're going for. Bottom lip halfway between bottom of his nose and his chin, and then nose, bottom of the nose halfway between like eyebrow area and the chin, just because I think his head is tilted forward a little bit maybe. Anyway, we will go up the side of his face. So we usually have pretty strong jaw on these characters. So go up like so, and then up this side as well. Like so, and then this will go further up the side of his face. And then up here. Like that. Right, so then he has facial hair, right? So he has like a mustache kind of thing. So coming down and like on his chin too. So where to begin. So we'll go this way first. Coming down from his nose, right, just underneath that nose of his. Coming down around his top lip. And down here. You're just adding, it's not like a big intense beard or anything. It's just a bit of a mustache. Coming down here, just done with these lines, right? Then we go in onto his chin. And it kind of comes up onto his chin here in a round sort of way. So we're just adding just some darkness down here. Ba, ba, ba. And then like a little bit of hair just underneath his lip here as well. So I think there's a gap, but there is some hair. Like that, right? So roughly speaking, like this. And he has like really defined kind of cheekbones as well. So like just like a line coming in, say here, something else there. Like so. Okay. So the hair is what really makes this guy sort of stand out, I guess, because he's got that fringe that comes on his face, right? So his hairline, so we'll kind of go up around his eyebrows here, okay? And then here as well. Right. And then at the middle of his fringe, so we have, say, like a V sort of here, just in the middle, and this comes around this side. And then it'll come sort of down this way. Like so. And we have like hair fringe that comes over his forehead. Okay, like 3 or 4 sort of spikes, like just curving down. So, say like, so coming out from, so he's got a part, where's the part in the middle of his head? It's kind of like here, right? So he's got like a little part here. And it's just there. And then we have like some hair that'll start to curl this way. Coming out here, and then we have fringe, right, that hangs down. just goes back up onto his head here. Like so, and we may have some others, right? So we have some hair spikes here, like some of his hairline, should I say, and then for more fringe coming down this way, back up. Maybe one more, just coming down here onto his head. Back up like so. Right, and just like another hairline. Right, like that. And you know, you can have some facial lines. Right, so then sideburns and ear and hair and all this. So his hair is like partly covered by his like sideburns, so which come like across his ear here and then up. And then we go sort of this way. And his hair is pretty slicked around, sort of comes down. It may have a little piece of hair that sticks up every now and then, just like that, but mostly we've got, this is like the general shape for his hair, right? So we got like some texture lines here, and these lines kind of go the opposite way, that way. You know, some hair lines. He's got this silver sort of side to his head here. Kind of like that. And then we can see his ear coming in under here. Like ear bones and ligaments and stuff. Just in there. And the hair on the other side, so same sort of thing, right? So we got like a sideburn, just comes around the top of his ear, comes up. Again, hair kind of slicked, just bumping out like this, and comes around the other side up here. This kind of thing, and then his ear down again here somewhere, and bones and ligaments on the inside, like so, roughly speaking. Right, so that's pretty much his hair. Right, we'll go down and we'll do his cape, okay, and what we can see of his neck. So his cape, we'll go diagonal across, so we can see more cape across his body here than we can along the other side, right? And we have some medallions and things like that to draw in, so let's go. So what can we see? He's got a couple of collars, blue collars, right? So let's see where to begin. So it's always tricky. So we'll go the big collar first. It's easiest, right? So it comes out here. There, right? And then this will go in like that. And then this side, we're not like 100% even on both sides. So this one goes down a little bit further, like so. And then the lines on the inside, right? So coming down from his chin or his jaw, joins this one. And then from the back of his neck, so like his neck is kind of here, right? This will go, this is like his neckline, and then this is there. So his neck kind of joins his jaw here somewhere. Right, and then we have a piece of collar that comes across just underneath his chin. And we got this comes down here. And it has a V-like area inside here, which goes back that way. You could have like some neck muscle, maybe Adam's apple. Like so, I think, so we got like an extra sort of line, like stitching or something just coming across here. Like so. And so that's like his collar, and then there's another collar. He's got like a kimono or something, so it like comes down there. So the cape is like on his shoulders, right? So we've got these medallions that clasp it together, or these weights in the corners. So the cape comes down, and then it'll go like right across his body, down like that. Okay, on that side, and then his shoulder. So we've got some various bumps and folds and stuff here, and the shoulder comes out. Down, and then another sort of cape line here. Right, roughly speaking like that. And then there's like some drawn in detail. I won't do it all because there's like floral patterns and stuff, and they would take so long. So we'll just get the basics. And if anyone wants to kill themselves doing that, you can. So, you know, it would take a long time. And right, that, and then shoulder on this side. Less of the cape we can see, so it goes down behind his shoulder, back here, and this clasp is like here, and this will go this direction. Around like that, and then his arm on this side comes down there. And then more sort of details, right? So this sort of another line going down that way. Another fabric line here. Like that. And then some more coming out here. So this cape, you know, this character, the cape, always reminds me of Carpet in Aladdin. I wonder if that's intentional. You know, even has the two little things here that are like hands. You know the way Carpet in Aladdin has the two fluffy ends. That's just me, maybe. Okay, so then this triangular sort of shape, right? So it has a curve here, and then a bottom that goes up kind of halfway. It sort of stops in here, I think. And then we have like an inside part. One, we'll do how many? Two like that maybe. And then this has some lines on it like that. And then this seems to be broken up into sort of rectangles. Like so. Might be actually another one in here. It's broken up into more sort of rectangle areas. Something like this anyway. And here as well. So we have another clasp-like triangle area. So we'll bring it up. This will step in, go up to there, back out to here, and down there. And then we break this up. So we'll go 1. So I'm just getting the general shapes now. 2. 3. 4, and then, you know, we'll add these kinds of things. Of course, there's lots more detail on this than what I'm drawing, but this will just get us most of the way. Right, so right, so his like armpit sort of area here. You know, his like folds on his fabric like that, and then he has the time medallion that comes across his chest. Okay, so it's an eye, the eye of Hagoromo or something, and then it comes down this way. Like that, and then we got a circle on the inside. Right, like so. And then this has another circle around it. Always tricky to draw circles freehand, but if you want, you can use a compass or like a cup or something that would help you to draw that. Right, and then we've got lines that come out from the corners. One here, one here. And then another line that comes out from here and down to there, and another one out from the center here. There. Oh wait, what way does this one? There. And then these crisscross sort of lines on the inside. So cross like that. They sort of start wide and get skinnier. One there. One there, and then underneath. Kind of like this. We'll just try and clean up some of this, right? No. Right, roughly like that, and then there's like a light on the inside. So like we'll just do like an extra circle. So it's like a green jewel. So we'll just it's all green in there. Right, so then the twine that sort of holds it, or the chain, going up like so, and then another one going up under his cape here. And then the rest of his clothing, kimono, comes across, and then across here. And then there's more sort of folds on his clothing. edge line on his cape. So we should see maybe like a line there. So I'm calling it a kimono because it's just what it reminds me of. But it might not be. He's got a big belt down here. So just thickening up some lines now. Always hard to know when to stop, but I think I gotta stop. Gotta leave it sort of before I ruin it. That'll have to do. Hope it was helpful. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Bye.